Hello, everyone. 2BSC, back at it again.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a part 2 of, which is basically going to be a part 2 of our 7th episode, I guess. But basically, it's just a prediction episode for Week 13 of the NFL Football League.
NFL Football League. National Football League.
Yeah.
I hear ya.
National Football League.
Yeah.
Yes. Anywhoozin. We ended our last episode with the Broncos and the Chargers game, and after that we will start with the next game.
God. After A, you go to B.
After B, yeah. The next game that we will be speaking about will be the Kansas City Chiefs at the Oakland Raiders.
That's going to be a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
I really like this game. Oakland's cornerbacks are Kansas City. They're 50-50. You don't know what you're going to get when it comes to their secondary.
Mm-hmm.
They step up when they
Or
need
defense
to.
in general.
Yeah, just defense. Yeah, true. Defense in general.
They can have the like one of the like a top 5 defense or a bottom 5 defense.
Yeah, very, very
But
risky.
they lost Justin Houston, didn't they?
Yep. Which is why
Huge.
I am leaning towards Oakland. They got the trio in Carr. They got AC/DC in Carr and Amari Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Latavius Murray, who's been struggling lately, but I feel like he's going to bounce back.
All 3 of those guys are also up and down guys.
Mhm.
So this game is literally one of the biggest toss-up games of the entire season,
Yep.
because both teams have been doing good and bad
Mhm.
things every week.
Yeah.
Is Chuck Hendrick West, is he still out?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter who you put back there nowadays. I mean,
Yeah,
you like,
Spencer Ware.
Jamal Charles went down, and then, West stepped up. West
Mhm.
went down, and Ware stepped
Ware had a
up,
good
you
game,
know? Like,
yeah.
what are you going to do?
It's basically like, I remember saying this when Charles got injured, is that when you when you base your team and make your team based on one star player, which would be Charles, you put pieces in place to complement that player, and if that player comes out, the next guy up should still have an opportunity for success, just because that's what the team is built around, aka the running back. So that's why they've had success continuously in the running game, whether it be out of the backfield or running the ball,
Or ding-it-dongs and
Yeah,
everything,
that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm going with Oakland in this game.
I will go with the Chiefs. Care to put money on this game?
The Raiders! Off camera, yes.
Off camera? Oh, it's illegal, huh?
Oh, it's illegal, huh?
Damn it!
Just put that in there.
Whatever.
There you go.
We got next game is going to be the Carolina Panthers at the New Orleans Saints. You're thinking upset, aren't you? I am. I have to be honest. I think the Saints are going to win.
Out of all the games, you would think, Carolina, this would be the one that they overlook. The Saints defense, complete trash. Cam Newton's fucking MVP caliber quarterback. But, dude, the thing about Carolina, though, is in all their games, they don't win by much for an undefeated team.
Mm-hmm.
History shows you all the undefeated teams, they're blowing people out. And Carolina's barely scraping by. Their ugly games, a W is a W.
There's a stat that claims that they're the worst undefeated team after week 11 ever. So, which I think it literally means nothing. That stat, because the other teams that they're facing is different every single time for an undefeated team. So, an undefeated team in the past could have faced super easy teams, or just like the overall talent of the league would be different in that year or whatever.
Mm.
You know, so I mean that shit doesn't make any difference to me. I just think that the Panthers literally do deserve their undefeated record right now, but I do think they're gonna lose this week to the Saints.
And part of me wants to pick the Saints, and at the same time, Drew Brees had a bad game last week, so he's got to bounce back. Yeah, Saints.
Saints?
Saints. Go with the Saints. Balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall.
Yep.
Just
Interesting.
slide those balls down the wall.
Yep, slide them.
Slide them down. Cut that out. Next game would be the Philadelphia Eagles at the New England Patriots.
This is the joke of the week.
The Eagles have given up 90 points in the last 2 weeks. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
While only scoring 21 points total themselves.
And you're gonna get the Patriots.
Yeah.
At home.
It's basically, if they were undefeated, the Patriots, I would think a little differently. But they kind of, I wouldn't say that the Eagles would win, but I think it would be a completely different game in general, just because the Patriots are no longer undefeated, so they don't have them bearing them down. So they're going to play more freely, and it's at home. It's just
It's a tough matchup for the Eagles.
well, the Patriots is a tough matchup for almost anybody.
Yeah.
It's just about their execution, and they did lose Gronk. I don't think he'll be back this week for sure.
No.
So, but Chandler is a good second option for them.
Mm-hmm.
He even had a good game last week in the snow. So New England all the way, I would think.
Yes, sir.
But
Fair.
it's not going to be as bad as the losses that they've had in the last 2 weeks, I don't think.
Yeah.
We got the Colts and the Steelers.
Steelers all the way, regardless of quarterback.
Too much offensive firepower for this team.
Yep, for sure.
Colts have Matt Hasselbeck.
Undefeated.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah.
But can he match up with a higher powered Steelers team?
Not at all. Yep. Pittsburgh in this one, all the way.
All right.
2 scores, at
2
least.
scores? I agree. Dallas at Washington, Monday night game.
The Washington team.
The Washington team.
Mm-hmm.
Those normal skins.
Yep.
The normal skins. I believe the normal skins will win. For sure.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is legit all of a sudden.
Deshaun Jackson coming back fully healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Hella firepower.
Sam Castle sucks. So, well,
Sam Castle?
Patriot or Cowboys. Sam Cassell.
Matt Castle?
Matt Castle. Sam Cassell.
Sam Cassell. I was like, wait, what?
Oh God. Matt
yeah,
Castle.
Sam
was-
Castle.
Yeah.
Anywho's. The last game that we are going to could see like take it away. The last game that we're going to talk about will be hometown team, the Seattle Seahawks going against the Minnesota Vikings.
Yep. Vikings are at home.
You make it seem like you want the Vikings to win.
Not at all. I'm just a fan of Viking culture
Hmm.
and lore.
Okay. Look. Yeah, you better make that clear. Or
Well, and also I got the Seahawks in this one because Teddy Bridgewater's not that good at home. He's very good on the road. No, he is. He's statistically like almost 2 times better on the road than he is at home.
Yes.
So,
Teddy Bridgewater, in my eyes, he's just not that good in general. So
Hey man, don't make fun of Teddy B Wags.
I think Teddy Bridgewater might have his worst game of his career this game.
I would hope so. I mean,
I'm not even hoping so.
Like I said,
I think so.
He gets at home and he struggles there big time. AP's going to do his thing. We can only stop him so much. I mean, he can still even get fucking 70 yards in TD, but he'll probably have a better game than that.
I don't think he's gonna get more than 100 yards rushing.
You got to look out for Kyle Rudolph because again, we
Yes.
don't know how to cover fucking tight ends.
And
You know.
Kyle Rudolph had a great game last week,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they'll be trying to get him the ball.
And again, look at the Steelers game. Heath Miller was in there for fucking just the first half and the first quarter. He was like 4 or 5 for fucking 40 yards in one quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he was in and out of the rest of the game because of injuries. So you got Kyle Rudolph in there the whole game, on top of everything else we've given up for tight ends all year.
Not to mention that Kyle Rudolph is not an old man like Heath Miller is.
True. Mm-hmm.
So just imagine what can happen
Yeah.
with a young man as opposed to a grandpa
Yep.
going against the Seahawks defense in a tight end's body and position.
You always got to trust the tight end and the young men.
Mm.
Or the young men with
tight
tight
ends.
Yep.
Yes.
Got to trust them.
Okay. Yeah, I think the Seahawks are gonna win.
That's right.
I don't think it's gonna be as good of a game as it was last week with the Seahawks
Mm-hmm.
with the Steelers, and it's not gonna be the same kind of game at all either. I think it's gonna be probably, something like 21-14 or something like that, maybe even less. I think it'll be a defensive game for sure, with both defenses being two of the strongest defenses in the NFL.
Yeah, the Vikings do not give up on points. Defense is their strong suit, that's for sure.
So, but I do say that the Seahawks will win,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be a huge game for the Seahawks, and the Seahawks need to win.
Yeah.
The Vikings still have some wiggle room just because they
Or leading the division,
But for the Seahawks standpoint,
you gotta win out
they literally
almost.
have to win.
Yeah.
So
Seahawks.
all the way.
Seahawks.
Woo! Go
Here we go.
Hawks. We are done with our predictions for this week, so we're gonna move on to one of our favorite segments, which is the garbage player of the week.
That's true.
Mr. Rancourt, would you like to start off with your garbage player of the week?
Well, I mean, this is pretty easy. He's been garbage all year. He's gonna be garbage this week. That is Mr. Nick Foles
Nick Foles.
of the Rams. Complete trash.
Mm.
You know, they were versing the Bengals. The Bengals are vulnerable on defense. And all Nick Foles did was throw for 228 yards, average 5 yards an attempt. Trash. He had 3 interceptions
And
with
how
no
many
TDs.
touchdowns? Oh.
None.
Yeah.
Trash.
Mm-hmm.
I think his time there is done after this year.
It would seem that way, wouldn't it?
Yeah. He's going to get traded to the Browns. Heard it here first.
That's a strong possibility. My garbage player of the week this week is going to be a man formerly known and currently known as well as Drew Breeze.
Ha! Get it?
Drusif Breeze.
Drusif. Ah, Drucifer.
Drusifer Breeze.
Cousins with Lucifer.
Threw down 226 passing yards, semi-decent, but he didn't do anything with those passing yards. The Saints scored 6 points, 0 touchdowns. That means obviously Drew Brees threw 0 touchdowns, and he also threw 1 interception. This is going against a Houston Texans team, which does have a good defense, but not, they're not like an unstoppable defense or anything.
Especially
like
with how the Saints have been playing.
that. So remember, this is a team that put up 52
I think so.
against the Giants.
Yeah.
50, like that was 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Put up 6 this week. So yeah,
Push 'em
I
up.
mean, come on.
Come
Drew
on.
Brees, you're gonna jump into that little garbage can right there because you suck this week. But I did pick you to win this week in the NFL, so don't screw
Fuck it up.
Don't screw up everything twice in 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Once a week.
Once a week.
I think that's it for our show today.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna wrap it up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you guys liked everything.
Thank you for subscribing if you have, and if you haven't, subscribe below.
Please.
Buenas noches.
Adios.